Let's go back maybe to the L10 air handling unit. Scrolling in now, a little bit deeper, okay? You see this here. You see this. You see now that if you're looking into the details, or this situation here, okay, you see that reworking is there. You have to rework the pages, okay? Now we are coming now to the subject, how much rework is needed, you know, how much is the tool capable to do, and what other issues do we have? Because the next pages I want to show you in the presentation is exactly showing those situations. And for you, important to know, do you want to recreate the graphic pages? Which is the biggest profit I'm having? Okay, and so on and so on. So I'm now switching again to the presentation here, and this is the page we have almost created, basically. Okay, now rework the convert the plan page to an acceptable one. Okay, so I want to show you now a few things here which you have to think about, and you have to look after when you're using the conversion tool, basically. I mean, it does a great job, but first, this is an important issue here, or an important information. You know, in Desigo Inside, we're having page sizes like 1272, 906, you know. This is the standard. In Desigo CC, independent if you're using the Desigo CC graphics generator or creating the pages by sample graphics, the way what we learned in version 2.1, okay? The page sizes are 1900 to 700, okay? So here the question is this site, is this project going to be extended with other buildings, with other sites, you know? Do you know that already? Is your customer going to accept that having two different graphic pages? Okay. So in case of existing Desigo CC project with already created plant schematics, you know, based on the sample graphics, the converter plant graphics pages are different in terms of size, okay? So does the customer accept this? Do you know that this project is going to be extended, and so on and so on? This is a situation which is there. Then, if in the case you were using PX compounds, you know, from the headquarter library, and you customized the PX library, okay, then you might have missing information also in the graphics here, you know. So you have to customize them, okay, and then re-import the export file. So these are situations which you might see then when you're doing the conversion. Then the duct-in colors, and especially making the dot work, you know, in the Desigo Inside, creating the ducts, you know, is completely different as in the Desigo CC. And also the colors might not match together, okay? And the buttons. I'm switching now to the other screen. We are having here navigation buttons, okay? So this is going to a heating system, this is going to a cooling system. If I double click, it works. It really works, okay? The same with the heating one. But you have to check them. You have to check them. I'm changing again the screen now. You have to check them. So plant operations, and this is this is different. You see here the plant operations, okay? For making the plant operations, we are using in the conversion tool, in the mapping tool, we are using the Desigo CC library, okay? And the plant control part, the plant operation part is very different. This is very different now in terms of the Desigo Insight, where it was built and so on, and where the concept was there. So I would say most plant operations has to be reworked, okay? So the question is now here, you could delete them, basically, delete them and re-import that part by using the drag and drop functionality of the Desigo CC, okay? But you have to know that this part is probably not converted nicely. So it has to be checked and modified. And the plant operations are very different, you know, depending on the amount of control you're having. Okay, it's really different between the different air handling units. Like, let's have a look to another example here. Maybe that one, okay. Or that one here. So you see here that this has to be reworked, has to be attached. The question is how many minutes, or how many minutes every page needs, you know, do you need to invest to rework every page? Yeah.
Pino. So if I look at this, if this was a standard PX with a standard library used, would it be recommended that you could just create the graphics new automatically using the standard graphics generator, and then maybe floor plans, etc., convert across? Would that probably be a good recommendation?
Yes.
Because I think
the question is it recommended if you would use, you know, if you would use just really the headquarter standard library, you know, is it recommended to rebuild the graphics pages, you know, by using the Desigo graphic generator? Yes, I would.
new graphics.
New graphics, yeah. In terms of graphics, so we are looking right now. We are looking just to the plant graphics. Okay, we do have also the flow graphics. Yeah, that's different there. Okay, we are coming to this. So these are now switching again to the other screen. These are issues in terms of ventilations plants here. The next page here is looking at rather to the heating generation systems, you know, making plants with the heating generation systems. So I have the same situation with the pumps as I had before with the fans. If I customized some of the compounds, like in this example here, you will have to customize, do some customizations works, and then re-import the export files. The same, if you were really changing, and I'm now switching again to this point here. So there are examples, and this is what I told you before, you know, that we manipulated some of the data points, like in the L3, okay, you see that here, for instance, it's absolutely not animated, okay? So it has been customized. So some things has been changed there, you know, and so we gave them we gave to the fans a different short name in the PX. So it's not anymore matching with the Desigo CC library. Okay, this is one point. Or in the L, if I'm looking to the L4, here we changed the naming, but we also completely renamed, like the thermoelectric overload, you know, we put the TK here, okay? So we renamed some of the functions, okay? And we customized this compound pretty much like disturbance, speed, so it's not, these are really elements which are not part of the library. And this is the result then, okay? So this needs to be customized. So I'm switching again to this presentation, or in the heating generation, if certain specific genies were be using, this is this one here. So this, in this case, the functionality is replaced by a script in the Desigo CC, okay? But this has to be checked. This has to be checked if the scripting is working or not. And now let's have a look to the graphic plants, to the plant graphics. Flow 1. There's no, right now here, there's no objects available. So if you are now going into the edit mode of this page, we will see that by converting these pages, it's just a minor change, a minor thing missing. So they are here, actually, okay. But there is an issue in this case. There is an issue with the object reference. So there's one symbol missing in the one information missing in the object reference. So knowing that, okay, what you can do here now, this is the this is the room 103. You have to basically associate a new object reference to each of those symbols. Same with room 101, okay. Save it, let's see. So this is the information, missing information here, and now when we save that, strange. Okay, so 103. Yeah, it's now. It had some issues with refreshing then. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, they are now available. Okay. So also here, some rework might be required, but the biggest benefit which this conversion tool has is really the fact that you don't have to recreate this floor plan. Okay? This is the biggest benefit this tool really has. So, because the creation of those floor plans needs time, okay? This needs a lot of time. So, you can reuse them and see if they're, of course, by seeing the result in the Desigo inside, you know, having the picture of the Desigo inside, you will have then to check certain elements. But you don't have to redraw or re-import this plant, this floor plant. This is the biggest benefit of. And now let's have a look to some of the overview pages. So I did an association to the building C. Okay, if I'm clicking now to the building C, this has been imported pretty much good. If I'm clicking, okay, this looks now a bit different. Okay, this is the overview of the air handling units, and this needs some rework, as you can see. I did also an overview of the heating. It's there, you know, and the navigation works, but it needs reworking. It needs reworking.
Fine-tuning.
Yeah, fine-tuning. Exactly. Okay. Then another thing is that if you are using HX diagrams, you know, in the heating systems, in the heating plants, then or in the ventilation plants, then you have to recreate them again. This is not done by the conversion tool. And then of course you need to create the trend views, you know, definition, and then make sure that they are in the related items showing up. This is also part. And create some PDF or RTF files with the required to-do text. Or here, you could use the assisted treatment. In this case, this is another possibility, but it's also it requires a license for. No, it doesn't require a license because you are having the standard feature set. So either recreating the to-do text with PDF or RTF files, or using the assisted treatment. And the top pages has also some rework. Needs also some rework and hands-on. Yeah, in this case it's the dampers which needs special attention. Then colors in general. The colors might be changing from the Desigo Inside to the Desigo CC. So you might have to change the fill color, the ductwork color, and so on and so on. Because it's very different. It's very different technique, you know. It's very different application, the SciTech application and the Desigo CC graphic application. And then with the standard pages, you know, some of the standard pages, you might find this situation here, you know. So the overview pages, they need also some attention.